Hello YouTube, Sharps1874 here, and today I've got the tale of two boxes. Box 1 and box 2. So, let's talk about these two boxes. I had a hankering for a new lever gun, so I decided, what the heck, I was going to get one. And I got myself a Marlin. Whoop. Model 1894, chambered in 44 mag. I'm getting box 1 ready. So I went to the local gun store and priced it out, and it was a little bit more than I expected. So I got online and I found a fellow back in another state who was on Gunbroker had a number of brand new Marlin 1894s in the box, never been opened, for sale, and like for $200 less than what I could get them here locally. So I did some checking. I knew that Marlin had issues with during a certain time period when Remington bought them. Asked some questions when it was manufactured, and I was told that it came from the factory in 2017. And well, okay, we'll get into that in just a minute. And so that came in box number 1. Here we go. Okay, I was very excited when I got the box, went over to my FFL and filled out the paperwork, and we pulled it out of the box. The first thing I did, of course, was to check to make sure the barrel was empty. So I cocked it, checked it, everything was fine. And then when I returned the lever back to its position, it wouldn't go. You can see I'm pulling it straight back. I'm putting a little bit of side pressure, and if I don't put any side pressure, it goes back just fine. But the slightest amount of side pressure, and when I got it, if I put any side pressure to the left, going forward or reverse, it would catch, just like that. So I talked with my FFL guy, he's a good gun guy, and he said, "Man, I've never known anything like that to happen." So before I even shot it, I sent it back to Marlin for some for warranty work. I filled out all the paperwork. They said, "Yep, send it back, we'll fix it for you." And that's when it came back in box number 2. So it is improved. It is better than it was when I sent it to the factory for repair. Now, some of you might be thinking that I got one of those junk Marlins made early, what was it, I don't know, in the around the 2010 time frame. No, my date code says that this was made in June of 16, and so this is not supposed to be one of those. Now, I don't want this to be a Marlin bashing, because I don't do that. I'm just giving you some facts and information. So let's tell some more of the story. So I went out to the range, and the first thing I did was adjust the height. It was shooting really low, and so I kept moving the sight up until I started getting a reasonable grouping about it was center line of the center of the target. These holes over here are from a different, I had another target over here was just laying over top of this one. So discount these holes. And you can see these are my last 3 holes, and they were, you know, about in the right spot. But I definitely had a problem on windage. And I thought with this, I pretty well had the windage taken care of, so I fired these dead on. And then I fired these. And I thought, this is just, I'm a better shot than that. And this was not at any great distance. So I decided that maybe it was my eyeballs, and so as you can see, I put on a Skinner sight. Haven't shot this yet, but in looking, now this is pointing, I'm pointing this right now at my my work light. So in looking through the peep sight, I like this. I like this peep sight a lot. But I decided I wanted to change, I think I'm going to change the front sight out. Maybe put a fiber optic front sight here. And that's the reason, it's the second reason that I'm doing this video. Let me change camera angles and I'll show you the main reason, or the first reason and the second reason that I decided to do this video about this particular firearm coming from the factory in 2016. Hold on. Okay, I've pulled back the cover just a little bit so you can see, but I noticed if you look right here, part of that gold dot is missing, and I would not have expected that to be the case for something brand new out of the box straight from Marlin, especially when you've got a cover on there. So that's why I decided I was going to get a different front sight. Now if you notice, there's a screw right here. Let's see if you can see that on the, yeah. There's a screw right here, and I thought I'd pull my sight off last night so I could measure the height to get the right sight ordered from Skinner. I'm just going to take this off. And when I put my screwdriver on there, I noticed that that is absolutely loose, and if you put your screwdriver in there, that is, the screw is as tight as you can get it. But that is sloppy loose, which could account for my poor grouping. So there we go. So that's reason number 2. 1, the missing gold on the dot on the sight, the spot sight, and what kind of a deal is that to come back from the factory for warranty work and have the front sight no good. So here's that screw I was talking about. If you notice right here, the screw head is gone. That is not something that I did when I put in a, because I checked it for tightness, but I did not do anything on that. I did not try to take it out. I just tried to make sure whether it was loose or not, or if it could be tightened. Look at that. Oh my. I'm going to try to get a different angle. Well, it's really hard to tell, but that screw was bad when it went in. Here's that front sight. Okay, so just for a point of clarification, I am a fan of Marlin. My Marlin 336 is just a beautiful rifle. You can put side pressure on it. Just a very, very nice rifle. One of the more enjoyable rifles that I have. So I am not I'm not a hater of Marlins. I love my 336, but my 1984 came out of the box with issues. Sent it back for warranty work. Came back with issues. So I'm going to have to figure out what my next steps are. I will contact Marlin and see what they want to do about it. But what can I say? Be careful. Sometimes bad things happen. I'm Sharps 1874, and I thought you might like to know.